What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're out here at the bee yard, and it looks like a very strange time to be out doing beekeeping, but it is February 10th when I'm making this video, and it is like almost 60 degrees today. So this is a prime opportunity to get in those colonies and determine who's still alive, if they need additional resources, and then also to change out the insulatory shavings at the top. Those shavings are in there for the purposes of capturing water. And it's warm enough today that I can crack those hives open and harm no one in there. It's a little bit iffy when you get down below 50 degrees. Today is a prime day to do it. The only problem is I can already see them over there, and they're very active. They have not been out in weeks, so they're going to be very defensive of the hive. So I'm going to have to, normally when I would do this, I'd just wear a veil and that would be it. I'm wearing my full suit today because they're going to be pissed. Anyway, I'll show you what we're working on. Yeah, look at this right now. They're still on the ground. The bees are out. They're not going to like this at all. So we'll start over there in the corner. It looks like everybody might have survived. That one is questionable. And when I treated it, I was questioning whether it survived or not. It might have a small population, but I don't know. This one's gonna be the easiest to show you guys what's going on, probably, because it doesn't have a strap on it. So top off. And normally I'd be really concerned about the time that it's open, but since it's so warm today, not really super concerned. So underneath here should be a top cover or an inner cover and some shavings. So inner cover, inside the top cover, and some shavings. Now I can see wet. This section over here is just absolutely soaked, but this all looks pretty dry. So what I'm gonna do now is all of this. Which way is the wind blowing? I think the wind's barely blowing today, so we're gonna find out how the wind's blowing here in a second. All right, so we got plenty of resources still inside the colony, so this doesn't need any more sugar brick, even though I brought a couple spares just in case somebody needed them. I thought maybe that one over there might need it. So we're gonna take all these shavings out. They can just go right onto the ground. And I'm gonna pick you guys up here and show you what I'm looking at. So whatever they've got stored in here, plus those bricks down inside there, are all good. So they got plenty of auxiliary resources in there. So that should be, they are in really good shape. So now all I'm gonna do is fill that back up. And I don't remember if I did a winterizing video, but in case I didn't do one, basically what happens is the bees heat this hive, and as they create heat, they also create water, and that hot air rises with the water, and it gets to the top, diffuses through all this. It gets to the top of the colony, and it condensates on the inner cover. You can see that it's kind of wet. So it condensates there, and it drips. It can also freeze, and then when it warms up, drip and then refreeze. So we have two water controlling mechanisms in there. One of them is the shavings that you saw. The other one is the sugar bricks. The sugar bricks will grab some of that liquid and create auxiliary food for them. So that one is good, really good shape. Glad to see that one. I think that one's gonna be in pretty good shape come springtime, and we're done with this. Going into winter, this was the weakest colony that I had, so I'm gonna check this one with the camera rolling. If I can get at the strap, that is. probably loose enough to get it off. Let's see. There we go. You can see that there's a fair amount of moisture there, right? All that mold. And what I usually do with that is I take some of these shavings are also wet, and just take some of this and just dump that out. Yeah, that looks like trash. All right. These shavings are mid-wet. Not quite soaking wet, but they're wetter than the last ones. Last year when I got in all these colonies, they were sopping wet. Now I'm just gonna, this is a older quilt box design, so I'm just gonna take a real quick peek in here and see what their sugar resources look like. Because this is one of the ones that I thought might need, oh my gosh, might need some assistance. Yeah, they're coming up through. I stapled this shut. Oh my gosh. They're angry. There's a lot of bees in there, and it looks like we are in good shape. I'm not going to show you guys that because they are mad. So I decided, since we're here and I already brought the bricks out, that I'm going to go ahead and add some of a sugar brick to this colony. So I usually staple these shut just to make sure that they don't come apart, and they're kind of warped. They've been used in multiple winters, so to get it apart takes a little bit of something. All right, they are not going to like this. There's some room in there for some more sugar brick, that's for sure. Especially with, I can see a lot of open cells. So we're just gonna go ahead and I've broken this thing up. We're just gonna put it wherever it fits. Just to make sure that they don't suddenly run out of resources in like March or something like that. That would really suck. So there we go, there's that. And then I brought a staple gun with me. All right, I think we're good there. Okay. So this one, you can see that they've eaten a lot of the sugar brick, but I'm gonna try my best to do this without aggravating them too much. But if you look in here, all those frames down through there have capped honey on them. So sometimes they will eat the brick over this for some reason. I have no idea why, but these guys obviously do not need any help. Hey everyone, I just want to say thanks for watching. If you guys have any questions about beekeeping, by all means, sound off in the comment section down below. Again, this is just a hobby of mine that I've been doing for several years now, and I want to share what I've learned because I know that a lot of people are getting into the homesteading lifestyle and stuff like that. We obviously are not that, but This is one piece of the puzzle, and I've made a lot of mistakes along the way, and hopefully I can save some folks some of the problems that I've had over the years. But anyway, thanks for tuning in, and hopefully we'll see you another one